All right, everybody, man, what's happening? Welcome to a live edition of SWAC Talk. You know, this is the show. We cover the SWAC inside and out. Of course, I'm your tour guide around the SWAC. See what else coming at you, man. And I'm just wanted to do a little show, man. So just because, SWAC Smoke got their 50th episode coming live on Thursday, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to check that out. 50 episodes in the book. We're going to have us a good time. We're going to celebrate and get our joke and laugh on and just have a great time. So in honor of that, I decided I would go ahead and do a live video today. I just got, nothing really major to talk about. So if y'all got anything y'all want to throw in the comments, I definitely touch on that. I do want to talk about Media Day coming up and a couple of lists that's in the Clarion Ledger and NBC, BET. BET, NBC Bayou Classic, extension. So we'll talk about that kind of stuff and anything else. Boy, Los J dropped the comment early. Man, hey, we'll throw back some yak for you, man. So you know what I'm saying. You ain't got to worry about putting your job on the line. But if you can make it through, man, we definitely appreciate you. So shout out to you and shout out to Trophy Chasers for sure. Man, I wear my shirt all the time. I'm gonna have to get with you, man, and purchase a couple more and try to copy one of them hats at some point. So, with that being said, man, how y'all doing today out there? This kind of funny being solo, going live, but I'm just gonna have a little fun with this. Just tomorrow, we're gonna have another edition of SWACTalk Time Machine. Thanks to the homie Joey Jackson, he's recommended for me to watch and review the 1998 Bayou Classic. So I'm actually in the process of watching that game right now. And I'm gonna have a video up on that tomorrow. And then I'll probably do another game if I decide what I want to watch and do one over the weekend. So got the SWACTalk Time Machine. If you got a game that if you can find it and let me know where it's at, I'll watch it and I'll recap it. So if y'all got any suggestions, you can drop them in the comments, or you can hit me up on my IG or my Twitter account. You see those socials on the screen down below. So man, let's jump into it. Like I said, I don't really have too much as far as intro, so I got that out the way. Let's start with Media Day. Media Day is next Thursday, July 21st, in Birmingham at 10 a.m. Central Time. And it's going to be live on ESPN3. And today they announced the guys who will be representing each school. Each team is going to bring 2 players to the event. So today they put out the complete list. So let's run through that. Alabama A&M is bringing Abdul Fattah Ibrahim, wide receiver, and Garrett Quarles, running back. Alabama State is bringing Demetrius Davis, the new quarterback, and Urshad Davis, defensive back. Alcorn is bringing C.J. Bolar, wide receiver, and Kieron Kinsler, defensive back. Bethune-Cookman is bringing Kamari Everett, that beast of a tight end, and Omari Hill Robinson, defensive back. Underrated guy, man. I think a lot of people don't really know who that kid is, but he had a really great season last season. Florida A&M is bringing Isaiah Land and Xavier Smith, linebacker and wide receiver, respectively. Grambling is bringing Tyler Thomas, an offensive lineman, and Joshua Reed, defensive back. Jackson State is bringing Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. Valley is bringing Caleb Johnson and Ronnie Thomas. Ronnie Thomas is a defensive lineman. Prairie View is bringing Trezon Connolly, quarterback, and Travion Green, linebacker. That's very interesting to me. That may state that they kind of got an idea of which direction they want to go with their quarterback. So I'm not saying, that's hands down means that he's starting, but, bringing a guy to Media Day is a pretty, is a guy, a guy that you feel like should represent your team. So, Demetrius Davis from Alabama and them making the trip, and Trezon Connolly from Prairie View, maybe that's a little bit of a foreshadowing to their job status. Southern's bringing Dallas Black, offensive lineman, and Cameron Peterson, defensive lineman. Texas Southern is bringing Andrew Body and DeMontario Anderson, man. Hey, you gonna get a lot, man. If y'all ain't never talked to D Anderson, man, y'all gonna get a lot from him, man. That dude got a great personality, big personality. So I know he gonna shine on Media Day. And of course, the young QB1, Andrew Body will be there to put on. So TSU definitely got a nice contingent right there. And Pine Bluff is bringing Skylar Perry and Mark Evans II, probably the best offensive lineman in the SWAC. So, that's a good group of guys. And again, looking at Skylar Perry making a trip, I guess that kind of states where Pine Bluff is going with the quarterback job. Now, like I said, that don't necessarily mean that these guys are going to start, but that's just my opinion. If you bring the guy to media day, you feel like he may have a leg up on other guys. So just wanted to bring that list out since today they dropped that list, and they basically said who was coming. So I wanted to share that with you guys if y'all hadn't seen it already. Like I said before, it will be live on ESPN3 on Thursday, July 21st at 10 a.m. So make sure you tune in and check that out. And we'll probably do a recap on SWAC Smoke. And I'm sure everybody going to have, recaps and live video, live updates or whatever throughout the day. So that's media day. The next thing I wanted to touch on is NBC Sports and the Bayou Classic announced that they have a media rights extension. The new agreement, which kicks off this year with the 49th annual Bayou Classic, will renewed the rivalry, which takes place this year on November 26th, which will be broadcast on NBC and on the Peacock app. So, no NBC Sports this year is on the main NBC channel, and you can catch it on the Peacock app, which I think is huge because I'm a cord cutter. So I like to watch things on Peacock and all other apps. So I would be at the game, but that's another avenue. So hopefully they'll have it available for replays, which is something that I really wish they did more often. So this is a 3-year media rights extension through the year 2024, and like they said, the new agreement kicks in this season. And not only are they doing the game, but they also are having Southern and Grambling participate in professional development programming through NBCU Academy, which is a journalism training and development program designed to prepare college students and young professionals for careers in news and media technology industry. Additionally, NBC Sports will present select journalism students from Southern and Grambling the opportunity to cover this event for NBCSports.com. So that's definitely something that it is kind of like a additional thing, which is great because this allows those young students to get some opportunities to gain some experience working an event like this and getting that media training. So I think that's definitely probably one of the biggest things to come out of this to me, besides having the game on NBC. So I really like that. That's definitely something I think that is very important. You need to build to your future, and college students are your future. So if you got kids that you want to grow and develop in this media area, then that's definitely the place to get started. So now that leads me to my next topic, which comes from the Clarion Ledger, which is the Jackson newspaper. They have 2 lists that they put in their paper over the last few days that I'm going to go over, and I'm going to give my opinions on them. The first list is they ranked the toughest venues to play in the conference over the last 10 years. So I'm gonna run through them, and I'll give my opinions on where they stand, and whatever else that pops in my head with it. So let's start at number 12. And I'm going to go through basically what pretty much the information that they have up there. Number 12 is Mississippi Valley, Rice Titan Stadium. The average attendance over that time period is 4,112. Their record at home was 8-35. Their current home win streak is 1. And basically they said last season in 2019 are the only times in the past decade that Valley won more than 1 game at home. However, the Delta Devils are trending upwards this season, and regardless of that record and the fact that Valley's only won 8 times at home, it's still a tough place to play because everybody talks about the field, and that just the environment is tough for teams to go up there, and you're gonna have to battle to come out of Valley with a W, and then that's a lot of times when you have teams that are losing, you never really say that they have a tougher place to play. But it's tough to go up there and win because they even if they don't win, they play with a different energy at home, and that definitely means that you're gonna have to bring your lunch pail when you head up to Itabena because you're gonna be in for a dog fight if they have anything to say about it. So that's number 12. Number 11 is Texas Southern, PNC Stadium. Average attendance 6,351. Their record at home is 12-34. Their current win streak is 0. And Texas Southern picked up their first home win since 2018 last season when they beat North American University 69-0. And they played, this team, was a lot better last season. They are a team who I expect to be a factor in the conference race. Again, I'm not a fan of, a lot of neutral site games. So I think I really would enjoy, Southern and TSU playing in Houston and Baton Rouge because, I think that would increase the atmosphere. But this year they get Jackson State coming to TSU, and I think they get Grambling too. So, those are two big games at home, to start everything off. So really looking forward to, this season for TSU, and, maybe they can stack up, a few more wins at home and start to make that place, a tougher place for opponents to come in, and pick up W's. Number 10 is Arkansas Pine Bluff, Simmons Bank Field. Their average attendance is 6,394. Record 17-27. Their current win streak is 0 at home. Pine Bluff's best home record of the decade was in 2019 when they went 4-2. They were 2-3 at home last season. Again, Pine Bluff is one of those places where you kind of expect to have a better atmosphere. The crowd doesn't always turn out like like you would expect them to, but they can be pretty rowdy when they do get there. It's been a rough going for Pine Bluff for the last few seasons, other than probably 2019, which is they finished 6-5. Last season they really underachieved, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do this season, because there's a lot of eyes are on them coming off of that spring season that they had, and now that they are coming off of this disappointing season, we'll see how they can build up and rebuild. Number 9 is Alabama A&M, Lewis Cruz Stadium. Average attendance 8,616. Home record over that time period is 20-21. Their current home win streak is 2 games. They're 8-7 at home since Coach Manor took over in 2018. Obviously, the game that stands out the most for A&M last year at home is Jackson State. That 61-15 beating that they took at home, and the pink scooter left on the field. But they had a great game against FAMU that they let slip away in the second half. Again, that they had control of, and they let the Rattlers struck and took a dub there. So this is a place that can be tough to play. When this team is rolling, teams can find it hard to win there. But recently, they've been up and down, so their home record isn't that great. So we'll see if they can build on that this season. Now, this is the Clarion Ledger's list, and remember, this list doesn't just take into account last season. It goes, like I said, it goes back to 2012. So number 8 is Jackson State. If you're new to the conference, you're probably like, what? But JSU, to me, regardless of what the team is like, what the record is like, you're gonna catch hell going into the vet. That's just off rip. If you've been there, been there, you know what I'm talking about, man. It's not an easy place to play. Even when that team is not playing well, it's still hard to go in there and win. You're really not gonna blow them out at home too often, no matter how bad they are. They always gonna be tough in there. That horseshoe ain't no joke. The crowd is gonna give it to you. It's a tough place to play. So, like I said, with the downturn that they have been on the last couple of years, that did impact their home record. They averaged over that time period. They averaged 18,903 people. They were 23-27 at home. They on a 6-game home win streak. They went undefeated at home this past season. So, that's definitely a step up. Probably looking to do the same this season. It's gonna be tough to beat. This, like they said, if this was based solely on last season, they would probably be number one. They drew the highest average of people in FCS history in their home attendance, and I don't expect that to change at all this season. So maybe even increase, with even more eyes, more attention, more people are gonna pack that place out, so it's not gonna be easy to play there. It never was easy to play there, and it's not gonna be easy to play there in the future. So, as time goes on, the way they're doing this list, JSU will easily bump up at that point. Number 7 is Eddie Robinson Stadium, aka the Hole, Grambling State. They are 10. They have averaged 10,903 people over this time period. They're 22-11 at home. Grambling's tough at home. They don't play a lot of home games, but it's tough to win in the Hole. As you can see by their record, they had a 4-year stretch from 2016 to 2019 where they did not lose a home game. Outside of their spring season, they are very tough at home. It's tough to beat them in Grambling. You're gonna have to bring your A game when you go down in that hole, and you're gonna have to be ready to fight because they're gonna give it to you all game long. So, like I said, even though they're ranked number 7 on this list, they are a very tough environment to play in. Number 6 is Hornet Stadium at Alabama State. They are averaging 13,638 people over that time span. They're 30-21 in that time period. They have a 6-game home winning streak, and that's gonna be interesting because they have JSU for homecoming this season. So that's definitely gonna be a game to keep their eyes on. They lost their first game at home in the spring, and then they haven't lost at home since then. So they're gonna be tough to beat, and that's gonna be a game I'm really looking forward to. It's been a decade since that stadium has been open, and they average at least 10,000 fans every year there, except for 2016, and they had COVID restrictions, so numbers weren't as great. But that's another place where the crowd would definitely give it to you. They are very vocal, and they would definitely make that noise, and they will get on you. So you have to be ready when you go in that stadium. A lot of people don't give Alabama State the respect they deserve as an environment. In all sports, they're tough to play. It's tough to play in Montgomery in all sports. So really, you just better be ready when you go there. Number 5 is Prairie View Panther Stadium at Blackshear Field. They average 8,573 people over the time span of this list. They're 25-11 at home. Prairie View obviously lost their last home game to Valley, which ended a winning streak that they had. When they opened the stadium up, that place really got a big boost. I mean, they played at Blackshear Field before, and that stadium was small, so they didn't really have a great, they didn't have an opportunity for a great turnout. And before 2009, when they won SWAC, the team wasn't that good, so they really wasn't drawing anybody. But now, that's another tough place to play. Like I said, that's probably my second or third favorite stadium in the conference. I enjoyed my time there. They have a beautiful campus, and its stadium is really a really great place to play it and to watch a game at. So with a record of 25-11, it's also a tough place for visitors to come in and win. Number 4 is Bethune-Cookman, and again, this is pre-last season, so they averaged 6,856 people at home. They're 38-11 since that time period. They're on a 1-game winning streak at home right now. They have won 4 games at home or more in 8 of the past 10 years. It's a really tough place to play. They were 1-3 at home last season, but obviously they did not have a great season at all. But historically, the last decade, Bethune-Cookman has been a very, very good program. And it's been tough to win at their stadium. So Daytona Stadium is the name of it, and that's a tough place for a lot of teams to go in and win. Number 3 is Bragg Stadium, and if you ask anybody that's been they'll tell you that the atmosphere is bananas. The crowd is hostile. You know, the Rattlers, man, they get a special kind of juice when they play there now. They can be beat at home, don't get me wrong, but typically they don't. They're very tough to beat at home. The record right now is 23-16 at home. They're on a 10-game home winning streak. You know, they haven't lost at home in quite some time. They haven't lost at home since 2018, which I think may have been the Jackson State game. I don't know if they lost the game after that, but they did lose to Jackson State at home in 2018. So that may have been the last home game that they lost. They've averaged more than 19,000 fans twice. They haven't topped that 20,000 figure in the past 10 years. Over the period of this list, they've averaged 15,581 people. So again, that's a pretty nice number. What's happening, Big Thrillo? Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing all right out there. Number 2 is Southern, A.W. Mumford Stadium. Southern's averaging 16,773 people over this time span. They are 29-14 at home. Last season was horrendous at home. They lost the last 4 games at home, which was the most that they've lost at home since 2012. When Southern installed the turf at Mumford Stadium, in 2016, from that time until 2019, they were 15-1 at home. So they had a nice stretch at home where they did not lose. This past season, like I said, they lost 4 games at home, which is obviously more than they have in the last 4 years. So it's been an up and down period the last couple of years at home, but Mumford is a place that's tough to play. When the crowd is into it, you're gonna have to go through some stuff. Obviously, playing there as a team, you got to walk from the men's gym to the stadium. You got a locker room under the stadium, which is not even a locker room. It's like I don't know if anybody's been there, but underneath the stadium, it's like a room with some benches, not a lot of space, not a lot of room. That's where teams go for halftime. Otherwise, you have to take a walk to the men's gym, Seymour gym, where the visiting team dress for the game. So that's a kind of an advantage, that they have, and it can be tight. It can be tight. It's really just an area, man. Calling it a room is basically being nice. It's just a spot, up under the stadium, man. I wouldn't really want to go in there, but that's what they do. So that those kind of things can kind of impact you if you haven't played there before. If you're familiar with it, then that's just something that that you have to deal with, and it is not really gonna impact your preparation too much. Number 1 is Alcorn, Castle Spinks Stadium. They average 12,193 people during this time span. They are 38-11 at home. They are on a 13-game home winning streak, which is the longest in the league, obviously. Again, as a Southern fan, I know it's tough to win in Spinks. They call it Spinks Jinx for a reason. Hell, it was tough to win at Henderson Stadium. If you old school, you remember what Henderson Stadium looked like. But that Spinks Jinx, if you're a Southern fan, that Spinks Jinx is no joke. It don't matter what kind of team Alcorn got. They are tough on their reservation, man. And the last few years, with the program going in the direction it's going, it's been really, really tough to beat them now. They obviously, that home winning streak is indicative of that run they went on through the East Division. It's gonna be, they didn't have a lot of home games last season. They're not gonna probably have a lot of home games this season. So, it's gonna be interesting. They get JSU at home this season, which is definitely gonna be a game that's gonna be a great atmosphere to be at. And that if their streak still extends to that point, it's gonna be a very, very good game to catch. So that's basically this list. I'll just run through the teams again, just in case you just got here. Number 12 is Mississippi Valley. Number 11, Texas Southern. Number 10, Arkansas Pine Bluff. Number 9, Alabama A&M. Number 8, Jackson State. Number 7, Grambling. Number 6, Alabama State. Number 5, Prairie View. Number 4, Bethune-Cookman. Number 3, FAMU. Number 2, Southern. And number 1, Alcorn. So, you know, I mean, I've been to every place on that list except for Pine Bluff and Bethune-Cookman. I've I've never been to Pine Bluff. Anytime Southern played them in Little Rock, we went, but I've never been to Bethune-Cookman before. The only time I saw them play was in Baton Rouge at Memorial Stadium back when I was little, and we played them in Jacksonville one year. I haven't been to Daytona, so hopefully, that game will pop up on the schedule so I can check that place out. But that is the Clarion Ledgers, and that's their list now. That they they obviously have never been to brag, man. Alcorn is a tough place to play, but if you've been to brag, then you know what it's like there. If you haven't been there, you it's tough to say. But I've been there many a time, and many a time I went home with an L. So I know what it's like in that place, man. And that's a tough place to play. It's no joke at all. It's no joke at all. But that's the Clarion Ledgers list. So they came up with that. I'm just sharing it. The next list that they have, and they decided they want to have a couple lists this season, this week, and this list is which SWAC program has the best uniforms. Now, when I looked at this list, it didn't really make a lot of sense to me. I'm basically wondering if they based it on what that team was wearing when they played Jackson State, because some of these numbers are odd, and some of the combinations that they have are kind of odd. So, number 12 on their list, and I'm gonna read the name, and I'm gonna read the little write-up that they have with it. Number 12 is Pine Bluff. It says UAPB has an interesting logo. It's a lion whose mane sticks up to spell out UAPB. I know a lot of people still don't know that, but that's what it is. It says that's definitely an original look, which helps it stand out from other teams using the black and gold color scheme. So they ranked them as number 12. Oh yeah, that G is iconic. So you really can't beat that. Joey Jackson. Like I say, when it comes to Grambling, man, that all black, I'm with it. Anything else is not my speed, man. Y'all, they're red, but they're all black with like gold numbers or whatever. That's Grambling to me. Number 11 on this list is Alabama A&M. It says a nice look for those who like teams who keep their uniform simple. White shirt, maroon pants, team logo, and the name spelled across the chest. It's clean, but it lacks a spark that would make it stand out. So obviously, this is they're looking at their road uniforms. I do like that maroon helmet that they have. They don't wear it a lot, but that maroon helmet with the white road uniform like that looks pretty good. That's a nice combination for them. Number 10 is Texas Southern. TSU has a distinctive helmet with the tiger leaning over the outline of the state of Texas on the maroon helmet. That's what sets it apart. It said what sets it apart from Alabama State. Other than that, I mean, they didn't mean Alabama A&M. So that's a mistake. Other than that, the school sport a very similar maroon look. I like TSU with the black uniforms, man. I think TSU. They got the maroon and gray is a nice combination. I love that helmet. I love the logo. It's really everything really clean. So I mean, like TSU that has some uniform combinations over the years. But I like what they got now. I think they're looking pretty good. Number 9 is Mississippi Valley. The picture they have of Valley is Valley in their all gray uniforms. Not really a fan of those. I don't think Valley. I don't know. Valley's uniforms aren't that. They don't thrill me. This says Valley gets the nod for his dark green and red color scheme. The helmets and shoulders feature the green, but the rest of their uniform is light. They said they should have probably went with a solid dark green, which is what they basically wear. They wear all green for the most part. I think at one point they had a red jersey, red with green sleeves. Not really a fan of that. But to me, Valley's uniforms are kind of basic. But I'm not a big fan of the logo either. I think they need to go back to the one with the devil that they had. With the I think it had devils and script with the actual Delta Devil over the top of it. I think they should go back to something like that. I know the VS is good for branding, but that logo was just, it was just an eye catcher. So you knew who you were looking at. Number 8 is Alabama State. I like FAMU with the all white, with the white helmet. I love that look, man. That is so clean. Just the white with the orange, it just pops real good. I like the orange all green. I'm not the orange all orange is a little too bright for me, but I like the all green and I like that all white look. That's probably one of the cleanest uniform combos I've seen. I definitely love that one for sure. This Alabama State is number 8. It says they have a black and gold color scheme. They have an all white uniform on the road with black numbers and gold trim with ASU across the chest. And then they have their gold helmet, and then they have the black and gold gradient helmet that they wear sometimes. I like that helmet a lot. I think they should go back to gold jerseys. I don't know if they've worn them in a while, but I know they used to wear gold jerseys. Sometimes I think they should do that because that old gold is just a great color. I think they should really feature that more. The black, all black is always good. Black with white is fine, but a white helmet maybe. I think that would be nice. Number 7 is Southern. They have Southern in their road uniforms with the Columbia blue pants and white jersey, white helmets. I like Southern in the all white. The all blue is I like monochrome look, all one color, but for some reason the Southern all blue it don't always hit right with me. I do like the Southern white helmet with gold jerseys and white pants. I was a fan of the gray uniform that they wore this year, although they wore them way too many times. I think they, maybe bring back some yellow pants. If you're old school, the gold helmets, I know they were aiming for that. So maybe they can bring that back. But I think that the all white Southern look is probably the best look that I like from the Jags. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you when I first saw them, when they first wore them out for like fan day, I was like, man, these are nutty, and I love them a lot. But I guess it's more because we didn't win that many games in them. But I'll take pin number 2. Hey, let's keep it a Louisiana thing. Hey, we can we can run a uniform game as a state. Number 6 on their list is Alcorn. And they went with the picture of Alcorn with the all gold, with the gold helmet, gold jersey, gold pants. I like that look. But I like Alcorn again with the all purple with the purple helmet. I know at one point they had a gold helmet. That was I didn't really like it that much. But Alcorn's uniform's been hit or miss the last few years, but I definitely like that. I like the style of uniform that they have now and that purple. No, this list is from the Clarion Ledger. So I'm just kind of chiming in my thoughts on it. But the Clarion Ledger put this put this online, I think the other day. So I'm just going through it and kind of giving my thoughts on it. My list, I wouldn't even know who to rank well, but I kind of going with what I like from each team on this list. Number 5 is FAMU, and they have FAMU in that. I guess you can call it traditional orange, green, and orange. Like we just talked about, I love that all white FAMU outfit. The all green. The logo obviously is nice. I like orange and green is tough to pull off. If you watch Miami Hurricanes, that's tough to pull off. But I think FAM does a great job of it. for some reason that orange and green it sits better with me. Um, I like it. You know, the jerseys are clean. You know, they don't have a lot of extra stuff to them, and it's a really solid look. Number 4 is Prairie View, and the uniform that they have for Prairie View in this list is the all white with the gold helmet. I don't like gold helmets, but for some reason that Prairie View gold helmet, man, it just sticks out to me. Um, Prairie View is another team that has quite a few helmets. They have a white helmet. They have a purple helmet. So they've had quite a good list. Yeah, I mean you really can't go wrong with all white. You know what I mean? It's like you really can't mess that up. I think a lot of time for me, the all white, it depends on what your helmet looks like. If you have a darker color helmet, sometimes to me it don't always flow right. But I just love a white helmet, white jersey, white pants, white cleats. They call it the stormtrooper look or icy white, whatever you want to call it. I like that, but for some reason, that Prairie View gold helmet I like a lot. It just has a really sharp look. And I think that they rock that pretty well. They have multiple uniforms that they wear over the course of the season, so that you can always catch PV in something different pretty much every time you see them. Bethune-Cookman is number 3. They're another team on the list who kind of has multiple different things. I'm not really a big fan of their uniforms. Some of that stuff doesn't stand out to me, and then some of that stuff is a little too wild for me. I know they had this uniform with the gold and maroon, burgundy, whatever it is, vertical stripes on it. I really wasn't a fan of that. The helmets, I don't know, man. Bethune-Cookman, the uniforms just don't ever sit right with me. So that's one of the ones that I probably wouldn't have at number 3 on the list. Number 2 on that list is Grambling. Obviously that block, that G is iconic. You don't even have to know who Grambling is to know who that G is. Oh man, I appreciate that, man. I'm just trying to do a little something with them. Trying to flesh out what they did. Because they ain't really put a lot into it. So I just thought I'd share my thoughts on it. Let's see. Yeah, I mean they got a ton of uniforms. Like I said, if you look at a picture of Bethune-Cookman, man, you're gonna see them in different things, and they've been that way the last few years. Multiple different helmets, different uniforms, different jerseys, different pants. They keep multiple combinations, and they have a couple that I like, but for whatever reason, I'm just not really big on them. Like I said, they have Grambling at number 2. Obviously, like I said before, I love that all black. Just that's just Grambling to me. That's what I grew up with. I mean, I know red's always been there, and I know the yellow is there, the gold, whatever you want to call it. I know it's there, but that black is just, to me, that's just Grambling. That black uniform is just as iconic to me as that G on that helmet. So they have Grambling number 2, which leaves JSU number 1 on their list. Jackson State, obviously, this past season, they've had multiple different helmets. I'm always just gonna be a fan of that block JSU, man. I mean, I don't care what else you put with it. Um, yeah, I think in the picture they had that helmet, that rose gold helmet. They had white and maroon pants. Um, So like I said, like I said, for JSU, I just like that block JSU. To me, that's Jackson State. Um, so that blue helmet they had with the block JSU on it, that's me all day. That's what I like. Blue and white, that's it. That's to me, that's Jackson State. That's what I'm used to. That's what I like. Like I said, I think on SWAC Smoke the other day. I'm not really a fan of that, whatever that JSU helmet is with the stripes around the side of it. That's not really my thing. I like the chrome helmet. I don't like the logo on it though. But give me JSU in blue and white with red trim. If I could go old school and have red face mask to go with that, that's JSU to me all day. I like that. But yeah, I mean, that's what you want. I mean, obviously, it worked for multiple schools. I mean, you see what Oregon did, with multiple uniforms. I mean, that's what sells your program. Seeing what they come out in next. So, I like that. I'm not a fan of having multiple uniforms. My number one is let me see, man. You put me on the spot. Let's see. I guess if I had to pick, I would say I would say Gremlin. Like I said, I love that all black, man. It's hard for me if y'all. I'm a Jaguar, man. It's hard for me to get Gremlin props in a lot of stuff, but that all black is my number one. Other than that, I would go with Southern and Fam tied in their all whites. I like Southern with white and blue, white, blue and white, and like I said, FAMU I like that all green. So Gremlin would get my number one as long as it's that all black Gremlin. That would be my number one. But like everybody's got something that you can like. I think the SWAC pretty much has, nobody really has an ugly uniform. Nobody really got a horrible logo. Everybody's helmets, are pretty good. So nobody really got like, oh my God, that's just a horrible uniform combination. So I think, in that aspect, I think everybody do a good job. So that's pretty much where I stand, man. Like I said, I'll give the G-Men their credit on that one. I just love that sharp black look, man. It's just something about that stands out to me. And it's just, you're gonna be in for a good game when you see that. So if y'all got any thoughts on anything, any uniforms or whatever, man, hit me in the comments and y'all share y'all thoughts on that. I didn't think this list was that bad. I mean, I feel like this list definitely was angling for JSU. And I kind of feel like they only judged this list on what they saw, what this person saw the team wear when they played Jackson State. Because I don't really think a lot of these they could probably mix these up a lot. But I think I think that's kind of where that goes. Other than that, man, like I said, it's just like I said, we're getting ready for media day. What do y'all do y'all have anything that y'all kind of interested in seeing? Oh yeah, I like that gold jersey, man. That's something that they don't break it out too often, but I like that with the white. I would love for something to bring back yellow pants. That's kind of a iconic look for Southern. So maybe we get the yellow helmets again. We get the yellow pants with the blue jerseys, and that's Southern that I grew up with. But do y'all got any? Do y'all have any expectations for media day? Is there anything that y'all kind of want to hear from somebody? Because last year, obviously, Shadura kind of took center stage on media day and kind of said his thing and got a lot of people riled up. Like I said, to me, the one thing to me that's interesting is like I said, I don't really feel like it's indicative of anything, but the fact that Alabama State is bringing Demetrius Davis for their guy and Trezon Connolly from PVU is coming as their guy. I don't know if they're saying that. I don't want to say that that's indicating who their quarterback is, but maybe that's kind of forcing their hand. So I'm interested in that. I'm glad that they released it this early, because normally they don't really put it out this early. So I was glad to be able to see that and know who is coming. So kind of know what they expect. I'm excited for the season, man. Like I said, I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with their all SWAC teams. and I want to see, you know, what they're gonna do with their order of finish. I don't know. That's definitely gonna be interesting to see who they kind of get behind, because you know they're always gonna have some, you know, somebody. Yeah, JSU is gonna be, you know, the star of the show, obviously. Um, you know, right now it's their world, and we kind of making our way in it. So when it comes to media, it's gonna be that. As far as the Bayou Classic uh, as far as that goes, I like the fact that it's back on NBC. You know, it's not on NBC Sports. They extended it till 2024, so that leaves you some room to, you know, maybe negotiate. But the Bayou Classic has been on NBC since 1991, so I feel like both sides are happy with where they at. Um, you know, I don't know if they said they're moving the kickoff time, then somebody said that they're not. So, you know, that's something I'm kind of waiting to see. But the fact that it's gonna be on NBC itself and not NBC Sports, and you can catch it on the Peacock app, it is big for me. I think that allows more people to see the game. I mean, I know a lot of people missed it because it was on NBC Sports. So to me, I'm not. You know, I haven't seen any numbers myself, so I don't know if they missing out on that. But as far as the actual where it's televised, I like it a lot more than on NBC Sports. That's for sure. I mean, yeah, you know, I mean, the SWAC always gonna show their hand on on who they getting behind, and you know, obviously, right now, that's the horse that you get behind. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day when they used to do the media day, where it was like a week or whatever, and they would go around the different SWAC cities. I always thought that was pretty cool. I went to that a few times when I was younger. But I do like the centralized, you know, way that they're doing it now. But we'll see. You know, I would love for somebody else beside, and no offense, because they both do their thing, but you know, I would love for some, you know, for them to start ESPN and start integrating some other people in terms of broadcasting the games. Let's get some fresh blood in there, man. Um, Tiffany Green, that's I went to church with her people back in Tampa. I know her dad well. Jay Walker, I mean, he been around everything on ESPN. Um, maybe we can get some fresh blood in there. But that's just something that I feel I would love to see, have some fresh people, especially on something like this, because you can have anybody kind of get their feet wet on something like this. But like I said, to me, media day is the first hurdle that you cross. Once you cross media day, then you pretty much starting to get into it. I will have I will have my 12 team previews coming out pretty much around the time of media day. Actually, I think my first one may come right before media day, because I'm trying to fit them all in before the start of the season, because I want to get a week 0 preview for the MEAC SWAC Challenge and the FAMU North Carolina game. So I think next Wednesday will be my first preview, and that'll be Alabama A&M. So make sure y'all tune in for that. And like I said, we'll probably do some kind of recap on SWAC Smoke about media day. Um, I might drop a show myself, but pretty much that's where we stand with that. Again, 50th episode of SWAC Smoke coming up, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. We're gonna try to have us a great time, man. Y'all can drive the show that day, man. So yeah, if y'all tune in to SWAC Smoke next on Thursday, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, man, y'all can give y'all topics, and we'll talk about them. Or you can hit me up on my socials and let me know what you might want to hear us talk about on SWAC Smoke. So we just want to have a good time, man, because full disclosure, before our first episode, me and DJ didn't even know each other. We had a mutual friend that kind of hooked us together, because DJ was looking to do something, and my boy was like, well, my friend, he got a show, so if you want to holler at him, so we kind of got together and did one episode, and and we're here now. So it's a blessing, man, to be able to do something with that and to make a friend. Because I feel like I consider DJ to be one of my closest friends now. I don't have a lot of friends. I'm old, so to be able to build that bond with somebody, I think is great, especially over SWAC Sports. What's up, Jamie G, man? What's happening, man? How you doing? So, and I enjoy doing this, and I'm looking forward to that show on Thursday, man. We're gonna be having, we'll have a great time. I might be able to stretch it a little bit longer than what we normally do. I'm gonna see if he up to that. We might go a little bit longer. I got the house to myself this week, so I'm gonna be recording my butt off, man. I'm being allowed. I know, man. Los J, he taking a page out your book, man. Coming late like that. I got the house to myself this week, man. So I don't have nobody to tell me I got to get off the air. So I might go a little bit longer myself on Thursday. Especially if the spirit is in me, if you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna hook him up, man. I'm gonna make sure we're gonna DoorDash him something, man. I'm gonna find out what he wants. We're gonna DoorDash him something. We'll make sure that he is well fed, so he can have his energy up. So I want to try to have a good time. Speaking of food, I need to know, man, who's tailgating this year, man. Cause I wanna know where I need to crash. If anybody going to Arlington, man, are y'all tailgating? I didn't go last year, so can you tailgate there? If you can, man, please somebody direct me to where the best place is, cause I need to get my grub on before the game and maybe get a couple drinks or something. So if you tailgating anywhere this season, and like I'm gonna be at all the Southern games, so if you're gonna be at any of those games, let me know, man. I'm definitely coming through, and I'm really looking forward to, man, linking up with a lot of people at the Boombox. I hate that name, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I really I really don't like that name. It feels so funny for me to say that. I can never get used to it. But if anybody gonna be at the Southern Jackson game, I'm definitely gonna be there. So I would love to link up with some folks. But man, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to make it down there, man. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna be here in BR. I wanted to make it. I couldn't make it happen. So I'm just gonna be at Mumford that weekend. But I'm trying to get to Tallahassee for the Southern Fam game. I'm gonna see if I can make that happen. But other than that, I'm pretty much gonna this season. I'm pretty much gonna be wherever Southern at. I feel I can hook you up, man. I mean, I find somebody that can hook you up with that. Because we got the good food down here, so I know somebody will be around there with it. So like I said, I'm trying to crash tailgates this year, man. So if y'all got anything going, let me know. Especially my TSU people, man. Y'all talking all that trash, man. Y'all better be ready to host your boy and be ready to see me after the game, because I'm gonna talk a lot of trash in Texas this year, man. I'm feeling good this year. I don't know if y'all saw my post on Instagram, but I do have a standing bet with Grambling people that if Southern lose the Bayou Classic, I gotta wear a Grambling shirt and do the GSU chant. I'm extending that to anybody else, man. So if you're a fan of any other team and you want a little of this, if your team beats Southern, I will wear a shirt of your school that you purchase, because I'm not buying I'm not buying nobody's stuff. But seriously, man, if y'all want to see me rock a team shirt, man, I'm with it. I'm feeling confident this year, so I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Oh, this is Sprite. I'm just drinking Sprite. That's all. Just trying to have me a little lemon lime soda. Hey, we can do it. I mean, I ain't got no problem with a TSU shirt, but you know, I'm fine. But I know I'm not. I know we're not losing this year, so I'm talking a lot of trash this season, y'all. So you know, y'all can throw it back at me. You know, if it don't go my way, but I'm talking a lot of trash this year. I'm gonna have fun this season. I'm, I think we're gonna be a lot better this year. At least you know that's the way it's trending right now. So I'm trying to have some fun. So you know, if anybody else want in on that, man, you know, FAMU and Southern, we go way back, man. You know, if you anybody in my age range and older, not having FAMU on that schedule, it was horrible, man. I when I was little, I thought FAMU was in the SWAC because I we played them every year. I didn't know I didn't know they was in another conference. I grew up with FAMU in November, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So we talk trash back and forth, but you know it's all love. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting back down there. You know, like we've been doing on a regular basis. So I'm glad y'all was able to come through and have a good time because that's what we do, man. We talk trash and everything, but it's all about love. Yeah, man. Y'all put a 60 piece on us, man. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some very interesting comments after that. But if y'all score 60, then we at least scoring 59. So we ain't giving up we ain't giving them 60 and giving them and not scoring our fair share. Hey, and duly we trust, man. It's July, so it's all. Hey, everybody's undefeated right now. It's July, and we all got a championship aspiration right now. But I think this season, man, legit is gonna be one of the best seasons in quite some time. So I'm definitely excited for every game, um, and I'm gonna be watching every game as much as I can, and just trying to have a good time with this season. So like I said, man, I'm gonna be at somebody game with my swag smoke shirt on. So y'all see me, man. Holler at me. Maybe give me a drink or something. And you come to Baton Rouge, I got you, man. I get you some Blue Stove chicken, and you can or some tenders from the Blue Stove. You ain't been to Blue Stove, you come to Baton Rouge. That's the first place you need to go. Point blank. Period. Go get you the real one by Southern, not none of those other locations. They got good food, but the Blue Stove by Southern is the OG stove. You got to check that one out. That's where all the good chicken is at, man. They got the best. I don't know what they put in that chicken, but it's it's great. So man, like I said, man, I'm about to go ahead and get on up out of here, um, and finish my Sprite for the night. So like I said, tomorrow I have an episode dropping tomorrow. My SWACTalk Time Machine gonna recap the 1998 Bayou Classic. I had to dig in the crates to get that DVD, man. Nobody had it on YouTube, so I had to hit moms up and see if they had it. They had it, so I'm actually watching that game now. I'm gonna finish watching it tonight and get that video up tomorrow. And then Thursday, Swag Smoke, like I said, 50th episode. Sunday, another edition of Swag Talk. I might drop a couple episodes in between, seeing how I'm feeling. But I like to thank y'all for tuning in, man. Like I said, this was something I decided to do this morning, so I like to thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all on Thursday for another live edition of Swag Smoke. So, man, y'all have a good rest of y'all night, and I'll catch y'all on the rebound.